Do a job where you never stop learning. That was the advice that my father gave me. It wasn't do a job that makes a lot of money, and it wasn't do a job that you just love and enjoy. He did say that at the end. He said, make sure that it's something that you enjoy, and but the most important thing was he said it's got to be something to where you keep learning every single day. When my father first told me that, I was a little bit surprised, to say the least, because it wasn't like any other advice that I had heard when asking about a job. And whenever I was young, I kind of wanted to please just about everybody, and I was constantly asking them what they wanted. And he kind of put an end to that. He said, don't do what we want you to do. Don't do what others want you to do. Do what you want to do, but also do something to where you never stop learning. I thought about this for a few days. I weighed my options of things that I wanted to do as a career. Whenever I was little, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I wanted to study sharks. I wanted to go scuba diving with some friends of mine at the time. And then as I got older, I wanted to make some more money. I thought, I can be a lawyer. I didn't stay in that for so long. After that, I thought, you know what? I kind of want to be an actor. But then I kind of let quote unquote reality get the best of me and be, can I really make that? Can I honestly make that with as many people that try and struggle? I thought about going into the military. I wanted to hop in the Air Force. And I actually did enlist. But they said that, one, I was too tall, and because I had contacts in at the time, and their standards for vision was a bit more different than they have them now, is whenever they rejected my letter and told me that I would not be able to qualify. It took me many, many years to kind of decide what I wanted to do. And if I'm being honest, looking back in high school, I really didn't know where I was headed. I, if you want the honest answer, I was kind of headed for destruction. But every time that the word job or career came up, or what do you want to do with your life, I could never stop thinking about what my father told me. Do something where you never stop learning. As I got older, I wanted kind of easier jobs, but they never felt fulfilling. And even the hard jobs that I did, the hard work I did, and believe me, I did a lot. None of that really felt like I was doing anything at all, felt without a purpose. I wasn't even really serving people. I was just kind of there. And I was like, is this it? Is this really all I have for my life? Is this all that life has planned for me? Is this all I'm gonna do? And for a while, that's how I felt. I felt like I was running in a circle. But I kept coming back to that advice. Do something where you never stop learning, and do something where you love it more than how much money you make. And I'd always come back to this every single time. And then I remember what I wanted to do as a kid for years. Almost my entire life was create. I loved creating. It could have been anything. Could have been a terrible art drawing to making a video to creating a character to building a story, writing books, anything. But I had been told for so many years that I couldn't do it, that I didn't have it in me. And I let that get to me a lot longer than I'd like to admit. But that itch for creation, that itch for wanting to make things and not build a following, but build a community, to bring people together in a world that is so easily distracted and divided nowadays. I wanted to make something. When my grandmother passed, I remember writing a letter that I put in this wooden box. It was, I promise you, one day I'm going to do something to change the world. And as I grew older, I actually opened up that chest and I threw it away after ripping it up to pieces because I believe that I failed on that promise. I felt that I couldn't fulfill that promise. And there it was again, that piece of advice. Do something where you never stop learning. I kept coming back to it over and over and over again. And then on 2020, maybe it was 2019, I tried it again. I created something. And it wasn't good. It wasn't good, but it was fun and I loved it. So I made another. And as I progressed and made more and more, I realized just how much I was learning from each and every mistake. Maybe I should put background music in this, or maybe I should put subtitles in it so people pay attention, or maybe I should make more cuts so it isn't just silence. Maybe I should make a flashy thumbnail. Maybe I should create more skins. Maybe I should pick a better niche. Maybe I should. And it kept going and going and going. Maybe I should. Or I can do this. Or what if I add this? I was constantly asking myself questions. These weren't even questions that I was asking other people. No one knew about it except me. And every time that these questions came up, I found my answer. I kept learning from every single experience. And then it hit me. When looking for something to do, make sure you find a job where you never stop learning. And I had done just that. After 2020, I kind of fell off doing that. After my busy schedule and admittedly some personal issues and being busy at home, I didn't really have the time. And then I picked it up again. A new channel. After meeting a community and friends of mine that I almost didn't meet. Individuals who each have their own talents and creative aspects and imaginations, each one of them being different than the last. And there were several of them. And as I met them, I learned how to grow more. I learned what other mistakes I could repair, how I could expand what I want to create. And hanging out with them made it kind of more enjoyable. And I kept learning every time. And finally, the channel idea was born. I didn't think that I was going to get far. I never planned on getting far. But I knew that I wanted to get big enough to where I could at least spread a message. So I could reach out to that one 14-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 18-year-old, 19, 20, whatever it may be, and tell you that you can do it. And you can make it. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy, because it's not going to be. Not at all. But it can be done. So don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. And through it all, as much fun as you're having, as hard as you're working, remember, through every video or every piece of art that you make, whatever you create, whether it be a video, a piece of art, writing a story, never stop learning.